So, as a computational biochemist, I like to think that I know how to use a computer. But if you ask me to take one apart and tell you what the individual microchips do, I think you could expect a blank stare. Now, as a human being, I like to think that I know how to use my body. But if you ask me what all of the individual components that make me up really do, I think I'd probably cry. Nature keeps us alive using systems of unimaginable complexity. We're made up of organs and tissues, which are made up of cells. And the workhorse of the cell, the cornerstone of most biochemical processes, is the protein. Proteins come in a huge variety of shapes and sizes, and these molecular machines are indispensable for every single thing that our cells do. They range from the rope-like collagen that's literally holding all of us together right now to the DNA repair proteins in our nuclei that are capable of finding and repairing a single DNA error among billions of bases. But how exactly do these proteins work? So, they're all formed of the same chemical building blocks, 20 different amino acids that have different properties. These line up like beads on a string, and the chemical interactions between them cause them to fold up into complex and precise 3D structures, within which the meticulous positioning of amino acids with specific chemical properties gives rise to the diverse functionality required for life. So, the sequence controls the structure, controls the function. It almost sounds simple, but the interactions that control how proteins fold up are very intricate, and millennia of evolution has resulted in highly evolved proteins with structures that are incredibly challenging to predict. What I want to do is to take all of that natural complexity and to throw it out of the lab window, instead going the other way, choosing a function and designing a structure and a sequence towards that. By designing new, simplified proteins, I hope to gain a deeper understanding of how natural proteins really work, while also making proteins that have activities never before seen in nature. But what do I want these proteins to do? So proteins are really, really good at chemistry. While industrial chemists often have to make use of roasting temperatures and high pressures to drive forward reactions, proteins work in the gentle conditions of the human body. The hope is that by designing and optimizing new proteins, we can replace environmentally damaging chemical methods with clean, green protein biocatalysts as part of the bioeconomy. Nature might have proteins that are the equivalent of spaceships that can go into hyperdrive, but building a bottle rocket isn't a bad start.